Hey, what's up guys? Hey, what's up guys? Greetings here from the Sony Xperia X launch event in Vienna. And yeah, today we got the opportunity to check this out here for you, and I would say let's get directly started to see if it's worth the money or not. Alright guys, so here it is, the Sony Xperia X, and I've got here the box and the smartphone, so I would say let's have a closer look at it. First of all, you can find the specs down below in the description, and the specs are not really impressive. Now for $550, around $600, it's actually not really much better than the C5 I think, and also it dropped some of the cool things, like this one here is not waterproof anymore, but the camera has been improved and we now have a mid-range SoC in the smartphone. So well, can't find a lot of specs on there, but basically it's running a 64-bit Snapdragon 650 inside. Now the Snapdragon 650 is actually a mid-range SoC, so it's nothing special, and if you're looking for raw performance you should get some of the MTK Helio SoCs like the X10 or X20, which really deliver raw performance, but they're not so good software optimized. Even though the Sony Xperia X will actually work pretty good in basic tasks, so during your daily life, and also gaming is not a problem at all because it's a 5-inch Full HD resolution display, and by the way a very bright display. We have a 30 megapixel front-facing shooter, so for all the Instagram fans and the selfie friends out there, this is a really good social media smartphone. The rear camera should be 23 megapixels with a Sony XMOS sensor, and honestly I have to say it's a very good camera. So the smartphone itself now, it's really mid-range, nothing special, but the camera is probably the best thing you can get here on the Sony Xperia X. The battery life, they claim that it's up to 2 days, but it's just a little bit more than 2000 mAh, and even though with that low performance SoC, I really doubt that you will get 2 days. So you will get 1 and 1.5 days, but if you want to have 2 days, you really have to basically shut off all notifications and also reduce the brightness of the display. Alright, so what's inside the box? So here we have the box, Sony Xperia, and here we have all the other things inside, so just do a quick unboxing here. Here you can see the charger, it's 5 volts, 1.5 amp, there is no quick charging on the smartphone. It comes with the typical Sony Xperia headset, which you can see right over here, also with a couple of earbuds, and we have a micro USB cable. Unfortunately, this smartphone here does not come with USB Type-C, so this is a little bit of a downside, and honestly I have to say I'm not really sure if it's worth the money, because the Sony Xperia C5 has a better processor, better specs, it's waterproof, just the camera is probably not as fast like here in the Sony Xperia X. Alright guys, so here it is, the Sony Xperia X, and we have got here the Graphite Black Edition. And honestly I have to say it's thinner than the Sony Xperia C5 Compact, at least at the first look. You can find the exact dimensions down below in the description. And it still has this fingerprint scanner, which is included into the power button, which you can see right over here. And the fingerprint scanner works really fast and very good, and it's comfortable to use. Now the speakers, they're now integrated into the front. This is pretty good if you're actually watching a movie or doing some media stuff, because basically the sound is directly coming into your face, and it sounds really better than if you have the speaker inside of the frame. We have a micro USB port at the bottom of the frame, so no Type-C, and this is some kind of a downgrade or no step in the future. We have a top and a bottom microphone, so it's a dual microphone for noise cancellation. We have the 23 megapixel camera, which sticks just a little bit out of the device, so it's not that even like on the C5 Compact. And we have the single LED flash, which is, yeah, kind of okay. So it's available in different colors, you can see them right now on the screen, so pretty nice looking colors. On the front side we have the huge lens with the 13 megapixel front-facing camera, so for selfies it's a really great device. And the display, it's, as I've told you, 5-inch Full HD, and it's very bright. Compared to my iPhone, this seems even to be a little bit brighter, so I can turn it right now to maximum brightness, and I have to say, here in the sunlight it's no problem to read the screen, and this is something I appreciate. But still, for the money, so you pay a lot, it doesn't look like a huge upgrade. We also have here the buttons like volume rockers on the right side, we have here the camera button, and here we have a SIM card and a SD card slot. At the top, 3.5mm headphone jack, and yeah, that's the smartphone. Seems to be like a different looking C5, but without the waterproof specifications, a downgraded SoC, but a better camera, and this is basically how it looks like. Also, we have softer buttons on the front side, so we have no capacitive touch buttons, and also this is something I don't really like. So I like capacitive touch buttons, but this was also something on the C5 which I didn't like, that you have the buttons inside of the screen. So well, it's running Android 6 Marshmallow, and regarding Nutella or the next Android N, however is it called, there is nothing which Sony told us, so I'm not really sure if there will be an upgrade or if they even plan to upgrade. But well, the smartphone itself, it's very snappy, so for simple tasks, for gaming, no problem at all. And in the Antutu benchmark it scores around 78K, so this is an okay score, but it can't keep up with the flagship devices like the S7 you probably know right now. And yeah, it's an okay score, but nothing which really impresses me. So well, it has a pretty good and decent camera. It's a nice 5-inch smartphone which gives you around 1 day, 1.5 days of battery. The 2 days, I don't really believe them. It's a nice camera, so for the average consumer it's a pretty good device, but still in my opinion too expensive and not really innovative. So the features you get are not really worth the price, I think. But there will be a full review on my channel, so make sure you check it out, and the link when it's finished will be down below in the description, so have a closer look at it. And yeah, stay tuned guys, make sure you subscribe that you don't miss the full review, and thanks for watching, have a nice day and bye bye.